What is up, YouTube? ColtonPsycho82 here, coming at you with my first video in a long time. This is my Hero Tech profile that I got first placed at Locals with yesterday. Here's the profile. So this basically is Abuse, Shadow Mist, and Darklaw. So we have 3 Shadow Mist, because this is the best card in the deck. 3 Bubble Man, because Bubble Man's really good for combo plays, among other things. Like making acid is really good. Also, if you can pull his second effect off, that's just really funny. There were a couple of times I did that with like normal summon Shadow Mist, activate Dark Hole, clear the field, search Bowman, special, and draw 2. That's always cool. And yeah, and for the last hero, we play Alias. This card's terrible. I hate this card so much. It is so bad. It's literally just a normal monster with 1900 attack. However, there are literally no heroes that are better to play than him, because hero support is garbage right now. Like, there's some good cards, like Shadow Mist, and once Blaze Man comes out, he's game cut, but right now you have to play him because there's no better heroes to play. And yeah, those are the 7 heroes you play. Other monsters, 2 Goblin Bird. That's not really a card in your hand to conflict with Bubble Man, which is nice. He also triggers Shadow Mist from your hand, which is cool, and makes Xyz plays as another Rhoda target. 2 Summoner Monk does a lot of cool things, makes combo plays. If your opponent leaves this guy open for 2 turns, you pretty much win. Summons Shadow Mist first turn, which is always cool. Yeah, and the last monster is Thunder King. Just as an anti-meta card, Summoner Monk can actually summon him from deck, which is always cool. Like if you're playing Necros and first turn you just want to put out Thunder King, that always works. Yeah, that's the monsters. You play 12 monsters, which is actually a fairly high monster count for a deck that doesn't want cards in their hand. 3 Rhoda. Just search your monsters. Searches 9 of your 12 monsters. 1 E-Call searches 7 of them. I only play 1 just because you play so many search cards, and this is gonna be dead really often. 3 Hero Lives. First turn Shadow Mist is really good. And it also makes OTKs really cool. Other spells, 3 Mask Change, combo plays basically. 1 Miracle Fusion, this card's dead a lot early game, but late game it's really good. Even mid game it's really good and gives you a lot more utility, so you kind of have to play it. 2 Mask Charge, just because it's a really good card, get this back, plus a Shadow Mist, get Darklaw out, plus a Search, that's always cool. Get Bubble Man back, it basically functions as Warrior Return Alive in that aspect, and that's cool. Other spells, 2 MST, 1 Raigeki, and Book of Moon. That's all the spells we play. The Book of Moon is just utility card. Raigeki, clear boards, Jin Lockout, and MSTs are just generic background floodgates. Haunted Traps, 2 Call of the Haunted, because Call of the Haunted is still a really, well, not still, it's a really good card in this deck. Summons Shadow Mist, which can net you almost a +2, I think, which is kind of dumb. It can net you back a Summoner Monk to make more plays, can net you back Thunder King in a chain, which is always cool. Like, they finally managed to kill Thunder King, they play a search card called Haunted for Thunder King. You just lost. 2 Mirror Force. If you have Darklaw out, this is a super D prison. Just, like, clear out everything and banish it. 2 Fiendish Chain, protect Darklaw. This protects Darklaw, stops key plays, and stops attacks too, which is nice. 2 Mind Crush, and they also have their hand. If they play a search card, and you have, say, Shadow Mist out and a Mask Change set, they activate, say, Brionac. You chain Mask Change on the Shadow Mist, summon out Darklaw, and they add a card to hand. Then Darklaw will banish a random card from their hand. If you don't hit the card they searched, you use Mind Crush on the card they searched and just take another card out of their hand, and that leaves them at a fairly large disadvantage, actually, which is really cool. One Ring of Destruction, because removal, 1-for-1 removal with damage is cool, because this deck can put a lot of damage on board really quickly. You have to be careful, though, to make sure you don't kill yourself with this, because you can't draw anymore with this card. That's an important thing. The rulings have changed. Look it up. One Solemn Warning, because I didn't have a third Mind Crush, I actually now want to play One Warning, 2 Mind Crush, because this card works very well in a lot of ways. And 1 Emptiness, because Emptiness Starclaw is still game-breaking. Onto the extra deck. We've got 2 Darklaw, 3 is Overkill. I've never wanted to make 3. Probably never will want to make 3, and I just like 2. Sometimes I've used 2 first turn, like my opponent does a search, I bring out the first one, and they're like, oh, okay, so I can search freely now. Nope, second Mask Change, bring out the next one, and you lose another card. 1 Acid, wipe out back row, Pew Pew, and 1 Koga for Beat Stick. He's also just a really powerful card. He's an out to a lot of things. Other heroes, Absolute Zero for Waters. He's probably your best hero. Shining is also really good, very useful, kind of late game, because he's a beat stick, and if your opponent wants to kill him, it's just like, okay, well, now I have an Xyz play, thanks. And 1 Escuridao, this card's garbage, but you kind of have to play it in case you want to go for an OTK with a Shout Misting Grave. So those are your fusions. On to the Xyz, 1 Excalibur, because 4,000 attack is good. Blade Armor, because clearing out 2 monsters can actually be really good if you do that, right? Also, the 2 attacks are a lot of damage. 1 Castle, clearing stuff out is useful. Just floodgates, monsters, anything really. 1 Dweller, stop Burn Abyss. It's alright versus Shaddolls, I guess. It's not great. There are times when it's good versus Nekroz. 1 Emerald, recyclability, also can go for OTKs where you use his alternate effect to summon Alias back. Thank you, Tyler, for pointing that out to me. 1 Exciton, board clears. If your opponent overextends and just sets everything, it's just like, okay, you're punished brutally now. 1 Cowboy to shoot them per game. And 1 Rhapsody. This card I never make. It does a few cool things with Blade Armor, like getting 2 3,400 attacks is cool. But overall, it's just a really weak card. I probably want this to be an Anki. I don't have an Anki though right now, so yeah. Onto the side deck. We've got 2 Maxis, Nekroz, BA, miscellaneous rogue decks, etc. The 3rd MST to deal with floodgates, of course. Diffusion for the mirror, and apparently Shaddolls are a deck right now. So, yeah. 2 Dark Hole. It's actually fairly good versus Ritual Beast and the mirror and Nekroz to deal with the Jinlock. 1 Book of Eclipse, because I only own 1. Deal with Jinlock and Ritual Beasts. This card's cool because it just basically says, ha, I'm turning Steeds off. And once Steeds is off, you pretty much don't need to care about anything Ritual Beasts can do, because that's the only useful thing they do. 2 Mistake, Restrict Searching. This is probably the best floodgate that we still have at 3 right now. I'm not 100% certain on this, so don't quote me. Yeah. Light Imprisoning Mirror, because Satellars are a thing, and I hate being sacked by Light Sworns. 2 Curse of the Forbidden Spell. This card's really good for Shaddolls, actually. Just as, you do not get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It lets me access my extra deck freely, and they can't do anything about it. It's alright versus Nekroz, I guess. I wouldn't bring it in versus them, because I feel like it would hurt more than it would help. Versus Nekroz, I'd probably bring in Mistake, Maxi, Dark Hole, Book of Eclipse. That's it. And the last two cards, Ojama Trio, are really swarmy decks, and Burning Abyss, because it's a Spell Speed 2 Raigeki. And Spell Speed 2 Raigekis are good. So that's been the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. No, I will not be working on Boojins this format, because Boojins lose so hard to Nekroz. Hope you guys enjoyed the profile. Let me know if you have any requests or questions about the deck. I will be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching, and sign out.